Well, hello everyone. It's been an interesting 24 hours, and I thought I'd just check in with you and talk to you a bit about a few things. And by a few things, I really just mean one thing, and that is Robomancer by the man, the myth, the legend, the pervert Richard Steele. Now, we've only got three of you in the audience right now, so I'll give a little bit of time before I really get this show on the road. I'd like to run a music video before you all come in, just to give you a little time to gather in and just hang out. But it seems that YouTube just hates music. It doesn't really matter where it comes from. They want to copyright strike it, whether or not I have the right to use it or not, because, well, YouTube are a bunch of cocks. Yeah, apparently playing a song in full when it's okay with the band's permission, where you're basically playing a commercial to promote that band, is not okay with YouTube because they suck. And on that note, YouTube is us also sucking because most of you probably don't even know I'm live. So go to your social media, tell them I'm live, and tell them, you know what else? Send an email to YouTube saying, go fist yourself. Now, how are we all doing this afternoon? I don't want to tear into the main subject just quite yet. I want to keep this a short show, hopefully a half hour. I've got a lot to do. I got to write back to JC. Hopefully, I'll have some cool art from the genius JC shortly to share with you. But in the meantime, here we are. I'm not seeing any comments yet. Give me some comments, goddammit. What's wrong with you? I want comments, or I'll have to verbally abuse you, damn it. I kind of noticed that too. That's I don't know why it looks vaguely like Edwin Boyette. I just typed in that I wanted him to look like a Caucasian middle-aged man with a graying beard and a smile who looked worldly, and I don't know. That's what came back. But anyway, in the last 24 hours, Robomancer has been averaging one book sale an hour. Now, you know what? In terms of bestsellers or in terms of books that sell real well, that's not really very impressive. But for a joke that was really just done as a lark to entertain you guys, a book an hour is pretty damn good. And frankly, I'm a little baffled. You know how I said last night that I would do a second Robomancer if I got 50 sales? Not reviews, sales. If I sell 50 of these, I will do another because obviously you guys are enjoying it. And like I said, there's not enough laughter in the world right now. There's too much serious shit. This book isn't political. It's just fun. And it really, those of you who have purchased it, I'm very curious to hear what you think because it is created to make you laugh. That is its only purpose. And it's only 99 cents or free if you're Kindle Unlimited because I don't even really feel right. I don't feel right charging more than the bare minimum for this damn thing. I mean, I don't know. I suppose I could charge maybe $2 because of the book length, but honestly, I don't feel right making it cost more than 99 cents. And if 99 cents can bring you guys a little joy in this fucked up world, I'm glad. Answer your email. Yeah, I read it last night. Look, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. The only reason there were two reasons why. First off, I did have a brief episode. I won't get into why. Second, people started asking for a hard copy of this. I figured this would be a Kindle only release because, like, who the fuck would want to own this in print? But no, I was immediately getting requests saying, well, can I buy it in print? So I spent the greater part of yesterday preparing the book for in print. So there will be a print version. Now the print version, I'm charging bare minimum. It's like I'm making like $1 off each one, if that. because the way that Amazon does hard copies versus digital is very, very different. Digital, you can like lower it down to where you're like making a penny per copy just to keep the price low. They won't do that with. They're a bit more pushy about the print versions, and I'm sure there's a reason why. But anyway, I spent the greater part of yesterday putting together the hard copy. Um, and I thought I'd share the hard copy with you, but there's a little bit of news. Like I said, I promised everyone last night that if I get 50, if 50 people buy this damn thing, I'll do a second one. Now I figured, okay, that'll at least give me a month, right? No, no, I'm probably going to have to start it soon because I'm already halfway there. Now, I have two ideas that I'd really like to push. And the first one's this. Let me go down here. Oh, by the way, I've got 5 reviews. Next Monday, we're going to read them on the air, including the ones that were posted last night because we read 3 or 4 reviews on the air last night. But they were so damn funny, we're going to read them again. Now, I'm going to show you here bestseller rank. Last night it was 180. It was in the top 180. Now you see my numbers have already dropped. It's dropped down to 296. But if we could somehow get this in the top 100, that would be hysterically funny. That this gag book ends up in the top 100 romances. I mean, really, I would love that more than anything. That would be fucking hilarious. Um, And yeah, as you can see, reviews are growing. They're all hysterically funny. For those of you who are unaware, okay, you probably all know this, but let's say you're somebody who's not familiar with me and this. Um, basically, I started looking into these AI programs that supposedly write stories, and I wanted to prove a point. So I grabbed the back of book descriptions off of real romance novels, some of them bestsellers, input them into the AI and said, write a story. But that wasn't enough because we've seen people do that before. No, no, no. I harassed the shit out of the AI. I kept changing the parameters. I kept making new characters appear. I kept adding bizarre dialogue. Because why? Because professional writers have to put up with that shit all the time. So why should the AI be treated any better? And the end result, let's just say it was maximized for your entertainment. And then so that it doesn't read like complete shit, I had Cat go through and professionally edit it so they read like stories. So it's not like this is just gobbledygook printed. I mean, they actually read as semi-coherent stories. And really, it was just a gag. It was a gag that started on the air when you guys said, hey, publish this thing. And I go, okay. Hell, I don't even remember what listener suggested the name Robomancer, but I didn't come up with that name. One of you guys did. I don't know. I'm thinking about doing the follow up. There was a second request for a title that I might follow called I Roboner. Uh, and I'm thinking I might name book 2 I Roboner because that's just too good. The amazing thing is there's actually no real graphic sex in this book. I wanted to make this an R, a soft R. Really, it's just language and bizarre themes. It's just weird. I purposely went out of my way so that there is no actual sex in the book because I definitely am of the mind of Fiona that, I don't really need to see that. And let me tell you, AI trying to write sex is kind of like an AI trying to write sex. It was actually far more disgusting than I thought. So anyway, if we could bump up the sales on this, if you could get the word out. Now, keep in mind, I didn't write this. This has nothing to do with me. No, Richard Steele wrote this. Don't let that out. Don't let the joke out. Richard Steele wrote this. And again, I encourage you all to review it. I don't care if you read it or not. And I want all of the fucking reviews to be jokes. I want them to be weird, nonsensical, funny gags. And we will read them next Monday on the Monday Night Three's Company show. Yeah, we changed the name. What is Richard Steele's profile? Does it at least mention that he's a robotic, he's a robot ethicist? I should probably add that. I had an AI generate his bio, by the way. Um, and I even say that the picture was, this picture and bio was generated by an AI. Um, I actually think I am going to include a isekai harem story in the second one if I do Roboner. So you're already on track with that. But I would love to get this in the top 100. That would be hysterically funny. Um, just really because romance novels and books in general on Amazon have gotten so fucking retarded. Why not? This is just one big troll, and basically, it's a gay op. And in this gay op, we're spoofing the fact that Amazon is shoving all this crap romance in our faces. It doesn't matter what you search. I searched, what was it? I was looking for a history on Julius and Ethel Rosenberg, and I got suggestions for romance novels. I searched, oh God, it was a story by Heinlein. Same thing. Got stupid romance stories. So you know what? Fuck them. Fuck them. I will give them a romance story. Damn it, the worst ever. But anyway, that's where we're at now. That's right. I'm averaging a sale an hour, which is not bad for a gag. Um, okay. I found out unless I bought like $50 worth of Kindle crap, Amazon will not allow me to post a review. So yesterday's scare was not your fault, Ishii. Sorry about. Yeah, they want to make sure what that is they want to make sure the author isn't creating bogus accounts to give himself good reviews, or if the author is so inclined to do that, he has to at least spend $50 before he can do it. And I understand why they do that. But anyway, uh, this is where we're at right now. Let me do a quick refresh to see if anything's changed. Because, go out on your social media, talk about this, push this. But again, it's an irate romance writer proving a point. I didn't write this. Dick Steele did this. Okay, no new reviews. All right. Anyway, let's show you what the print version will look like. What I was so busy doing yesterday, because I figure if you're gonna spend the print version is gonna cost $8. I'm not really happy about that, but that was the cheapest it would let me charge. Um, so if well, come on, why won't it let me? Seriously? Huh? Why will it not let me share? I'm a little baffled by this. Does not seem to want to let me share. Okay, I'm just gonna have to share entire screen. This is not ideal, guys. Yeah, it won't let me share my PDF player for some reason, or PDF reader. Let me try one more time. See if I can't share the PDF reader. No, it will not let me share the PDF reader. Okay, I will not be able to see the chat while I do this, but I'm going to give you a glance at what the print version will look like. Because again, I don't feel right having you guys pay $8 for a fucking thing if you really want this in print without something extra. So I included a ton of art, and there's a little extra content in it. So, okay, sharing the full screen. And it's Robomancer, Stupid Romance Stories Told by an Idiot by Richard Steele. And you go through, and it's got the Doctor Who quote, and it's got the weird art, and it's got the introduction. I added a quote from The Matrix in here. This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill, the story ends, you will wake up in bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, and you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. So nice and pretentious. So yeah, this is some of the artwork that's in the Kindle version. But then I start including new art. So we've got here Alice hates Miss Chen and the lovely Ivanova. And here's one here, and this one reads, "This is what an AI thinks a bunch of sexy stuff looks like." Let me blow that up. Yes, this is what an AI thinks a threesome looks like. So there you go. You saw this one last night. Seek medical help, please. More art that isn't in the Kindle version. Oh yes, this is an AI's idea of what a boob job looks like. And I put it, after the boob job, Anne's new rack is like a pair of wrecking balls attached to an insane woman. Let's go through here. Anne's boobs bring about the apocalypse. Not really. And this is what an AI generated. I have no idea. This is apparently apocalyptic boobs in the AI's opinion. This one's not in the Kindle version. I kind of wish I had the ability. I wish I could have included it, but I couldn't for spacing and size reasons. But this is kids just love Krunk Trogdor. A mysterious figure appears. This is what an AI thinks Dracula would look like if he drank a beer. I shit you not. The prompt was Dracula drinking a beer, and this is what I got. I showed you this last night. This I have no words for this abomination was the caption. And then a demon bull haunts Chuckle's broken brain. I don't know. I guess as an abstract, this is all right. But then we get down to Hitler, an alien, and a chubby girl walk into a love story. And it seemed to have no problem generating artwork for that story. So there's a lot more artwork for that story in the print version. As Wanda Bareback is a thick girl in love with Hitler. This is the love triangle between Ninja Hitler, a chubby but sassy, smart BBW girl, and an alien warlord, a BBW girl, and Hitler. Lizardmen will stop it. Will show the Lizardmen will show Wanda no mercy when it comes to torture. As Cromdor's punch has transformed Wanda into a new woman. Again, I'm quite surprised that it had no problem rendering this. As Teenage Mutant Ninja Hitler. Wanda drinks Cromdor's punch and dreams she floods the globe. And what this is at one point in one of the stories, she drinks this special succubus potion, and she gets totally high. And in it, she ends up peeing so much in her dream that she floods the entire world. And maybe I'll even read a little bit of that poetic writing here. I was so mad I kicked over a garbage can, and Oscar the Grouch fell out. Hey, what the? Oscar shouted. I didn't care. I walked over to the edge of his trash can and peed on the ground as hard as I could. I peed like a fire hose. I peed as hard as I could pee without making myself vomit. Yes, the AI came up with that line. I peed and peed and peed all over the place, in every direction, anywhere there was an open space on the ground below me, I peed. The AI wrote this. I peed on Oscar. I peed on Hitler. I peed on Hitler's bitch girlfriend. It seemed like I would. It seemed like it would never. It seemed like it would never end, and then it did. All the pee suddenly drained from my body, as if someone who had turned off the tap. The world was flooded. I had peed so much. Yeah. AIs are brilliant writers. So then Wanda takes the second dose of the succubus potion and has a deformed leg now. It says Wanda is on her way to becoming a total sex goddess, which is a plot the computer decided on. Then she turns into the succubus sex goddess and unleashes her wrath by shooting lightning bolts from her tits and destroying the castle, and then joins the X-Men. Oh, and here's the alien warlord, Chief Bojangles. He has the biggest plow of them all. Space pirate Chuck. This is what the AI thinks Shirley Sandbag should look like. And now, if you can see this picture, her torso and her butt are facing the same, her boobs and butts face the same direction. Her torso is on backwards. And is that it? Yeah, that's about it. And of course, I apologize for nothing. And you get the bio. So anyway, that's what you get out of the print version if you're so inclined. And hopefully you saw that. Okay. That looks like a sixum. last night live stream, you and the others, I think, were thinking of adult entertainment star Annabelle Peaks. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, it was the Chinese girl who had graduated from, I think, USC with some sort of special business grant, and what she spent it on, making the world's largest gangbang video. But it did make her a lot of money. Chief Bojangles looks like a knockoff of Onslaught, and it probably is. TMNH. And maybe I should have Teenage Mutant Ninja Hitler return. Now sell it to a crypto trading AI for dollars. Surely looks like 15 different virtual YouTubers smashed together. The head is clearly Aurora Coroni. I'm not familiar with those. Don't spend my time doing that, but maybe I should get hip and with it with what the kids are doing these days. But yes, there will be an isekai harem story in iRoboner. I think I've decided that is going to be the title of the next one. And I will add robot ethicist to his bio. So anyway, yeah, that's my life. That's what I've been up to. And promote the hell out of this if you... Whoa, just sold another copy. Promote the hell of this promote the hell out of this if you can. I would love to see this enter the top 100 in romance novels, just because I frankly think Amazon deserves it. If I do a second one, same thing. I'll only charge 99 cents because I don't feel right charging any more than 99 cents for something that's really just light entertainment and a gag. Where the AI, I won't lie to you. I mean, there was some work that went into it. I mean, making the AI tell these stupid stories was fun. That was the enjoyable part. Going back through them and editing them and making them legible was less fun. Just saying. Because let me tell you, the AI spat out a lot of just nonsensical garbage that just wasn't even worth printing because it wasn't funny. So yeah, the underlying rule on this was it's got to be funny. We chopped all the fat. Only the funny shit's in here. Oh, that, and it had to be at least semi-coherent. It could be a nonsensical plot that just seemed to weave in every other weird direction, but it could not have it couldn't be an idiot plot that didn't actually have any sort of arc. And Kat was kind enough to spend her Saturday editing all these stupid stories. So anyway, that's that. I just wanted to do a quick update on this. Oh, we got another one. I thought if robots got this wet, they'd short out. There's not a single story about a robot having sex with people in this, though, is the weird part. May they ride shiny, eternal, vibrating, and crow. And that's from Jose M. Batista. Yeah, we will read all of these next Monday on the Monday show. So before I go and call it an evening, does anyone want to make any last minute comments? By the way, I did follow your instructions. You remember how yesterday you threw out all these suggestions on what kinds of stories I should do? Well, I went out and I got a T Rex story. I got a Bigfoot story. I did get an Isekai lit RPG harem story. I got an Anita Blake story. So I've already got a list of ones that I'm going to feed into the computer or feed into the AI to abuse. And I had one called I baked my orc neighbor cookies. Okay. All right. And let me tell you, if you guys come across, and I do mean if you are like on Amazon and you come across a legit book with a hilarious description, send it to me. I might use it. I mean, if the description's good enough, I will fucking use it for fluff to make Iro boner. I mean, again, I figured it was going to take a month for this book to hit 50, and my promise was if I sell 50, I'll make another. It might hit 50 by the end of the week. Yes, and definitely, yes, I will do one where I don't know if I'll do it like a Bigfoot story or what, but I'll find one of these stories where it's either a werewolf or a wizard or some shit. Um, all the supernatural romance crap. And then I'll go through with the find and replace function on um, MS Word, and I'll just replace that character with the Guyver, which can provide some very interesting material. Firsona is a female Polish expat in Taiwan. Interesting. No, 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 no. There will be a Guyver in the next one. Absolutely. We got to give Owen some love. That's the way to engage in combiner mode. I'm going to notate that. That's good. That's another thing. I tried to go out of my way so that it never gets to use just boring, blatant references like dick, pussy, fucking, sex. I always want it to be bizarre euphemisms. So I went out of my way, and every time like the computer said he rammed his rock hard cock into her wet pussy, I'd get rid of that. I would immediately remove that. As I was telling the audience last night, lines like those would get transformed into his angry rooster entered her tunnel of love. Or just anything that just came across as gross and lewd, I changed into a more poetic metaphor, like armadillo and wiener. Because yeah, I agree with Fiona. We really don't need full descriptions of characters banging. And let me tell you, if you think humans writing people banging is bad, you should see what an AI can write. It's a far, far worse. The fact that you're going out of your way not to be sexually explicit makes the project even funnier. Yes, it does. Actually, it does. And it confuses the shit out of the AI because it doesn't know what to do. By the way, the problem you ran into, Cesario, when I started my account and I had all these reviews I wanted to put up of books I'd read, it did the same thing. It said you got to spend $50 first. So I bought a few items that I've been wanting anyway, but it was kind of annoying. Mm. And one more thing, if you are a Kindle Unlimited user, you can read this for free. It doesn't even cost you anything, which is also nice. I do that with all my books, by the way. I think all of my books are free for Kindle Unlimited, including Scars. Well, I wouldn't really call them wholesome because they're really strange. And I mean, they go into kinky places, but not in the way that you would think. Um, the one I keep bringing up is where the woman, it's obvious the computer wanted to write a scene where a character gets raped, and instead the lizard men start tickling her feet with a feather duster. That was one. There was another where the woman was going to be tortured and it was supposed to be erotic. And so I replaced the whip with an electric toothbrush. And then I had the character like the electric toothbrush. And out of nowhere, and I just let the computer write this. The two of them get into this long conversation about the vegetables they enjoy eating. And I mean, it gets really detailed. And then they go to a vegan cafe. His oscillating fusion power. Oh, I'm okay. I have no shame. I will copy great lines from you guys. But yeah, since everyone's expecting a robot to have sex with somebody because of the cover, I Roboner will have one where a girl bangs a robot, or at least falls in love with one. Sorry, I'm copying this wonderful suggestion from Damien. Um, and yeah, I am open to you guys tossing out crazy ass suggestions. Hey, what about a misogynistic love story? Also a wizard. I can help with that. Um, that probably will happen regardless. Once I started seeing how quickly the books were selling, I started getting worried, realizing, oh shit, I'm going to have Roboner done probably in a month since this thing's selling as well as it is. Um, so I started one. It was the one where the girl lives, wants to charm her orc neighbor and bakes him cookies. And yeah, I make him a misogynist, and also I have the orc convinced she's an evil sorceress, and that's why her cookies taste good. Um, let's see what else you guys. Yeah, I even told Amazon rep I had tons of non-book purchases, and those don't count anymore. Okay, that's bullshit. See, when they gave me that shit about the reviews, I just went online and to spend $50, I purchased a few posters I'd been wanting, and uh, I can't manage plants in a desert, so I've got plastic plants in my office. I bought some plastic plants and potting, and that was all I needed to get the account going. Lizard Man Rape, homie, this AI has been on Nahente for too long. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Lizardmen, well, were tried to rape her, and I changed it to they were torturing her with feathers and a feather duster, and then they got her high. Wizard mind control is a woman. You know, you know what? I should include that. That is a fetish that I have not done. You would be shocked how many mind control stories are in the romance section. Chicks are fucked up. Uh, JC, I've already notated that. That is in my notes. I have to figure out how to merge the description for the two into one so that the AI can make it work. But no, that was a stroke of genius, and I will be doing that. I've got feedback for you. I'm sorry I didn't get it to you yesterday like I promised. In fact, I will show you how serious I am about feedback um, that I'll be sending to you, JC. JC has been waiting on me to comment on these great thumbnails he sent me, and is a total bum. I haven't responded yet. But like I said, when people started requesting a hard copy of this book, um, you don't wait, really. If somebody wants a hard copy, you give them a hard copy. So I spent the day putting together the hard copy of Robomancer, and it should be live soon. Um, let's see. As you can see, JC, I was working on concepts to recommend back as far as character ideas. We'll talk more about it soon, okay? I just wanted to show you I wasn't bullshitting you. I am actually working on this. All right. But no, the idea of doing The Day the Clown Cried meets Ilsa She-Wolf of the SS is like, I don't know, that's inspired. That is truly inspired. And so horribly wrong and politically incorrect. Jesus. Oh fuck. You know what? I am so disorganized, JC. Seriously. This is why you need to talk to Kat directly, because I am not an organized person. I'm a single task person where I focus on one thing and I get it done and I ignore everything else. That's why I'm so bad with email. That's why I tell people, if you want a response or you want to make sure I get back to you, email Kat. Um, listen, I'm a dick. Are you cool with coming on Writer's Room tonight so we can talk about Pissant Apocalypse? Um, the plan is I was going to bring you on tonight and we would talk Pissant Apocalypse for the hour, because you've got 4 issues now and they're really good. Are you cool for coming on tonight? Post-apocalyptic sniper story where a dude wants to fuck a sex doll made out of a toaster. No. Keep in mind, the premises have to come from real romance and erotica novels. That's the thing. The prompt that goes into the AI has to come from a real romance novel or erotica novel available on Amazon. As you'll see in, let me open it back up. Sorry for the pause. I don't have my lovely Opie wife next to me to keep talking while I... Oh, God damn. It's Tuesday, isn't it, Jace? This shows you how fucked up I am. I thought it was Wednesday. I'm sorry. Wednesday night. Are you cool for Wednesday night talking about Pissant Apocalypse? God, I am fucked up right now. I had an episode, but I also spent the entire day getting the print version of Robomancer done, so I'm brain scrambled as all hell. Let me do a share screen so I can show you. Okay. Here we go. We're back to Robomancer. And as you can see down here, I don't know if you can see my mouse, but I list the books that I took the back of the book description from. Now, granted, I modified the back of the book description to make them a little more fresh and to make sure I won't get sued. But yeah, these are all real books, and in the introduction, I list which books I took the back of the book description from. So your mission, if you choose to accept it, is to find books with back of the book descriptions that would make for good prompts that turn into disaster stories once fed into an AI. Yeah, no, actually, I think the socialization is good for my health. No, I'll be honest with you. This has nothing to do with anything I've been talking about, but I had a minor episode last night, maybe more than a minor one. Because of the post-traumatic stress, I can't really feel what's really bothering me. And the truth of the matter is, I'm still struggling through the fact that my parents were really fucking abusive. My cousin got murdered when he was 5 years old, and he was my best friend. And my parents handled it awfully and told me stuff they shouldn't have. And then I also got shot. But most importantly, I've got a horrible relationship. I had to ditch everyone I ever knew. I lost my entire life except for you guys and Kat. And that's not easy to process. And an old leftover from my post-traumatic stress when I was trying to get over getting shot, rather than rather than focusing on the reality of what getting shot meant. And the reality of getting shot was at an early age when I thought I was invincible, at an age when young men should believe they're invincible, I was shot in the back and nearly died in a random shooting. And in that moment, I realized I'm mortal. I will die one day. At that point, I thought I was going to die in 5 minutes, and that there is no such thing as a safe space. There is no safe space on Earth. You can be in the most secure fortress in the world. You could be in, a vault under the earth. You're not safe. Death can come for you at any moment. And that reality is a very hard thing for a young man to process when you've just graduated high school. And for it to happen so violently made it worse. And so what happened is when I was going through my post traumatic stress, trying to process the pain and the panic, there are two types of things that happen when people get into a traumatic situation like war or violence. And that is either they run hot and go berserk or they run cold and shut down. The people that run hot either go berserk and become killing machines, or like they're just going to kick its ass, or they lose their shit and go bonkers and panic like crazy. Then there was people like me. I run cold. I freaked out for about, I don't know, a minute or two and then shut down. I became cold, calculating. I was going to survive, damn it. And all those emotions just turned off. I wasn't afraid. I was going to live because I fucking decided I was going to live. And I did not feel any of the fear or the shock or anything. In combat, I hear they call that a cold kill. The problem with running cold is that emotion catches up with you later. And when that emotion caught up with me later, and it was a 5 years later, I could not process something as simple as, oh, well, I might die of just a random genetic thing. My appendix might explode one day and I die, or somebody will crash into me and I die, or maybe somebody will shoot me at random and I die. I could not process that. And my brain kept attaching it to gigantic cataclysmic things like Y2K and asteroids and supervolcanoes. And so feeling things still to this day are very difficult for me. And when I am obviously struggling with anger and depression and all sorts of emotions that have me upset, and I need to get it out of me, but I'm running cold. I'm running cold. I feel perfectly fine. I'm functional. My brain will look for things subconsciously to kick off that fear reaction. And well, right now there's plenty of news in the world that is trying to scare us. And I came across something that tripped one of my uh, triggers, quote unquote, and I had a fear reaction. I felt a bunch of the anger and depression and terror. And, I kind of broke down. I fell over. I couldn't walk for a while because I was just sort of paralyzed in the moment. And then I slept a lot, but because it's very exhausting. Adrenaline rushes are an incredible thing. You've got all the energy in the world, but once that's done, you need protein and salty water. You need protein and salt and a ton of water. Gatorade's perfect because you have severe dehydration after one of those. It's just you've got to replenish it instantly. That's actually why soldiers will chug water right after they have a moment of combat. If they're in the middle, if they've finished a gunfight, soon as it's over, they all just start chugging water because that's the reaction. So that's totally unrelated to Robomancer. I'm thrilled about that. But yeah, I had a I don't know. No, it's not really panic. A post-traumatic stress reaction last night that knocked me on my ass, and so I was out for about 3 hours, and I mean out as in non-functional. Drank a lot of Gatorade, ate protein, and watched. Actually, Kat and I have been watching bare knuckle boxing and kickboxing. And there was this one fight between two chicks that was just great. And that's a great way to get the energy out. So we watched that. Um, so yeah, that's the deal. That's what's really, it's not the streaming. The streaming's good hanging out with you guys. Okay, you got to take off. Well, I'm going to call it an episode as well. But really, again, quickly at the, now that we're at the end of the episode, let's go back. Promote Robomancer, stupid stories written by an idiot. Link is in the description. Spread the word. Let's get this thing into the top. I would love it if it got into the top 10, but that's like a fantasy. That's never going to happen. But if I can get Robomancer into the top 100 romance books, that would be fucking hysterical. And again, if you spread the word, the narrative is some real best-selling romance novelist got pissed off and made this to prove a point under the name Richard Steele. It isn't me. Just that's the rule, okay? Um, and thanks for joining. You guys take care.